Now, before this series starts, the first thing I have to mention is the fact that Washington won their Game 7 6-0, with Ivan Miroshnichenko recording 4 points. So that's a tad bit scary. Before we talk about the Caps, though, we need to talk about our boys and just what a tremendous job they have done surviving 2 Game 7s now. You see the numbers for Kirsch in the way that he's taken over. Where Bonk, saved us in round number 1. Kirsch saved us in round 2, and that willingness to switch goaltenders. Granted, we almost waited too long with Bonk, but it really did work out. Lost 7-2, 6-2, and we lost 8-2 and 6-2, and still won that series. A little bit worried about Spencer Peterson and Rudy Hirsch, but we might just have to leave the defense as is for the moment. Obviously, DeRocher and Park have done pretty well lately. For the forwards, it is Zach Morin leading the way. Wasselin's our top goal scorer with 9, but the big names are basically all delivering. Silverthorne had a pretty good end to the round. Our depth scoring, however, almost non-existent. So it's tough to want to change stuff about lines. However, we might need to do so. The problem is, if we send down Sims and Peterson, granted, they haven't been, tragically underperforming. It wasn't Sims, was it? It was Peterson and Finley. And Hirsch as well, now at a -4. They haven't been so horrific. Yeah, we'll leave them for now. However, Ponikarovsky, just 2 points and a -5 in the playoffs so far. I'll be taking him out, although he is good defensively and really good physically. I'll see if there's anybody else that can kind of offer up what he does. And Harvey Ho has his AHL stats as well, and Beach has kind of struggled. Who would we call up if we sent down Ponikarovsky? We sent down Sterner previously. Markstrom's up to a 78. He's definitely more of an offensive player. He can't really skate and can't really play defense. A lot of our guys can't skate because they're significantly bigger builds. Yeah, most of our AHLers literally cannot skate. Okay. The current lines, Ponikarovsky, Helms, and Ponikarovsky's on that third line, so he has to go down, and it's going to be Harvey Ho that gets the bump up. Or are we going to play Ho on that third line? He's going to be the center between Bootland and Beach, so that's a pretty good spot for him. That works for me. That top 6 was how it was set up when we pulled off the comeback. Defense was as it was, and Christian Kirsch is going to be the guy. So the big question now is, what do the Washington Capitals look like in this series? Obviously, we're in 2034. Likes of Alexander Ovechkin, long gone. What do they look like here? Well, everybody, it was a good stream, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Just feel free to presume that we've lost, because we're going to. Sweet mother of God. Okay. Offensively, Emil Mebus. One of the other franchise power forwards that we missed out on by not winning a lottery, even though we sucked at the time. Tisha Ginla, which is unfortunate. And Marty Zacharias, a 4th overall playmaker from 2028. Like the perfect playmaker, sniper, power forward. You know that line's a +5. Second line, Henrik Omark. 6th overall sniper in 2031. Alongside Cullen Potter and Josh Doan. Third line, Ivan Miroshnichenko, Connor McMichael, and John Farinacci. Fourth line, William Dufour, Juuso Parssinen, and Ty Voigt. The depth in that top 9 is absurd. McMichael is only making $3 million. Jesus Christ, they must have signed him long-term early. Roshchenko's only on $8 million, $5 million for Doan, $5 million for Potter, 1.1 for 90 overall Omark, $6 million for Zacharias, that's about the double, $6 million for Reginla, 12.3 for Mebus. Jesus Christ. Nick, what's going on, by the way? Hopefully he brought us some good luck. Defensively, Rasmus Sandin and Ryan Lynn, Pavel Pushkarev and Nolan Allen, Brett Woodard and Jaden Struble. The goaltender, 87 overall, Vince Wengranowski, who was the 69th overall pick in 2027 by the Caps. Oh boy. Oh boy. In terms of how we compare, we do have home ice advantage, which is nice. But in terms of how the ratings compare, 97, 95, 88. So they have us, at the very least, tied, if not beaten, on the latter two. It is 188 and 88. Another 100 overall offense team, for whatever the hell that's worth. This Eastern Conference is a minefield. It is an absolute minefield to have to go through Brady Tkachuk and the Sens, that ridiculous Lightning top line, and now the Caps. And we know that the Calgary Flames are stacked. I don't know what Minnesota really looks like at this point, but they are up 1-0 in the series. It is game number 1, our first trip to the Eastern Conference Final. Let's see how it goes. First period. I swear to God, I got bit by a bug. Ah, itchy ass forehead. Ignore my fucking red ass forehead. God damn. Remember at the start of the stream, now this wouldn't, remember at the start of the stream we were talking about how Iceland's like the superior place to live because there's no mosquitoes? Yeah, I'm gonna move to Iceland. Anyway, particularly to hide my shame after we get trounced in this series, I'm sure. First period, 1-0 Caps. Henrik Omark. Damn. Second period. I can't even blame Kirsch. We haven't scored. Nolan Allen and T. Ginla. No more Finland. I love Finland. Finland has mosquitoes. We go to the third period, down by 3. Down by 3. John Sims, the defenseman. Brady Wasselin, the top line left wing. The 1-goal game. Halfway through the period, we're back to within 1. Is it too little, too late? Come on, gentlemen. You know you can do it. You know you can do it. 2 minutes left. I don't even care. We're jumping in. Because this would be one hell of a comeback if they're able to pull it off. I don't even care. We're jumping in. We're going to watch this team sink or swim. I normally save these for the finals, but
late goings of this third period of play. For
let's do it. Push for offense, shorten the bench. Let's go, boys. All out offense here. Let's go. Let's go. Aggressive as you can be. Austin gets hit, but he doesn't fall off his feet. Caps with the puck. Pushkarev to Potter. That was a big-time block. Skating styles don't even look that wacky. I agree. Over to Park. Nowhere to go for the defenseman. Now it's Doan. Josh Doan evades the defenseman. Doan, gigantic save by Kirsch. Wife 24 face reveals her reacting move nicely. Honestly, yeah, since the skating styles don't look that bad, like, EA, just have them randomized all the time. I promise you, it'll be okay. Lynn, good block by Zach Morin. Power forward that's turned into goddamn Datsuk. Morin, okay, he looks a bit funny. Over to Silverthorne, glove save by Wen Gronowski, our best chance. Can we keep the puck in? No, we can't. One back by DeRoche. Over to Park. Park looking, finds DeRoche in front, Wen Gronowski. The glove save, plays it out immediately as well. There's Lynn again for the Caps. In front, that one doesn't go. Now it's Park for Morin. Roger McQueen recovers. McQueen looking, one-timer. Stop shooting glove side on Wen Gronowski. It is not working. 3 ridiculous glove saves. We'll pull our goalie and call a timeout. I mean, this is it. This is the time, but Wen Gronowski standing on his head down the stretch. As we look to come back from 3-0 down to tie game 1. Top units out there. Dean Letourneau on the draw. Can he get the win? Yes, he can. DeRoche, shot, save, rebound! Doesn't go. Empty net for Doan, and that'll do it. I typically do regret pulling the goaltender because it doesn't seem to work that often. Josh Doan will put a cap on this rally effort, and the Caps are going to take game 1 of the conference final. Damn. Well, here's Park. Quick shot. Another glove save for Wen Gronowski. We'll pull the goalie again with 32 seconds. No reason not to. Try to get one back. What's the difference between losing 4-2, 5-2? 1 goal doesn't really make a difference. Letourneau can't win the draw. Sandin to Omark. Omark misses the empty net this time. Wasselin for Caden Lindstrom. Nowhere to go. Doan being chased, finds Sandin. Letourneau had it. Sandin recovers. That'll do it. The Caps are going to survive the threat of the comeback to take game 1 on the road. Not ideal. Not ideal. We can't even necessarily blame goaltending for that one. I mean, just the offense started off so slow. Lindstrom to Letourneau. I've never wanted a setting in a video game more other than to tell my comps to not shoot glove side. I mean, Wen Gronowski stopped everything glove side. Absolutely everything. He's the reverse Roberto Luongo. Washington wins game 1. Not the best way to kick off a series, especially when we had home ice advantage. Yeah, 41 of 43 stop for Wen Gronowski. You already know he's going to be the first star of the game. So, reality, it was more like 3-2, but we end up losing 5-2 thanks to 2 empty net goals. Game number 2 coming up. Let's do it. I'm not going to make any lineup changes. We're going to hope that the boys can bounce back here, but if we fall 0-2 down, we'll have to make some switches. First period. 2-1 Goon. Sandin scored first. Ted Finley and Brady Wasselin get us the lead. Second period. 3-1 Goons. Aiden Silverthorne. We're getting to Wen Gronowski in this game. Just 15 shots for the Caps. We are up 3-1 here. Not bad. Power play for the Goons. Could put this game to bed, but they don't take advantage despite a 5-on-3. And there's Emil Mebus. It's a close game. 2.5 to go. Still up by 1. And we hold on. We survive. Almost doubled them up in shots, but we only win by a goal. As they say, a win is a win is a win. As the top 6 deliver again. Kirsch, much, much better game this time. Stopping 20 of 22. I mean, statistically, it's not that much better. But, hey, we'll take it. We needed that. 1-1 split in both conference final series. Let's go to game 3. Again, no changes for us here. We're going to keep rolling with it. We've won, what now, 4 out of our last 5 games, so 3 out of our last 4. Yeah. No, 4 out of our last 5. I can math. I got an education. First period, 1-1, Helms and Meebus. So we're getting depth scoring, and they're getting star scoring. That's scary. Second period, goal apiece again. Ashton Bootland on the power play. Henrik Omark on the power play. Damn it. Who's going to take the lead first? It really has the feeling of next goal wins, and I hope I'm right. Power play goal for Zach Morin. 3-2 for the Goons. Trying to take a 2-1 series lead after dropping game 1 on home ice. 4 minutes left in regulation. Can they hold on again? Yes, they can. Incredibly close games in this series so far. You could argue, had we not jumped into game 1 and pulled the goalie, that every single game would have ended with a 1-goal differential. But Kirsch has done a great job of bouncing back. And there we go. We have a 2-1 series lead, as do the Minnesota Wild. Could we be going to the Stanley Cup final for the very first time? We still got a long way to go, but it's starting to feel like it could actually happen. Game 4, no lineup changes. We're winning. We're competitive. We'll stick with it, despite my irrational desire to tinker with the lines. First period. Okay, maybe it's not that irrational. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm onto something. 3-0 Caps at the end of the first. Meebus, Aginla, and Omark. Can I even blame the goalie when they put up 20 shots in 1 period? Second period, and, well, there we go. Miroshnichenko made it 4. Wasselin and McQueen get us back to within 2 heading into the third period. Power play for Washington. Another one. Nothing doing on either. 13 minutes left. Need a quick one here if we want a chance. Power play for the Goons. Wasted potential. 6 minutes left now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A late goal for Wasselin, but it is too little. Too late. Another 1-goal deficit. This time the Caps get the win in a game where Hubbard stepped in after the first period. Very, very interesting. Kirsch was pulled after allowing 3 goals on 10 shots in the first 8 minutes. Hubbard came in and played almost lights out. B Major, good to see you. Get, warm up them thumbs. Does Chubbard get his first start since game 1 of round 1 in game number 5? What happened to Bonk? He had a bit of a rough round 2. We were down 3-1 to Tampa. He started the first 4 games. We switched to Hirsch, and won the next 3, including Game 7. Obviously. But now Kirsch, again, injuries are off, so it wasn't an injury to Kirsch. He got pulled by the coach because he doesn't. Kirsch is a man. Bonk is but a wee lad. Our head coach is basically Mike Babcock to try and bully the fucking younger player and leave him out there for 8 goals against. It's a 2-2 series. Obviously, Game 5 now is stupidly important, which to me screams it's time to take a look at some statistics and really contemplate whether or not Chubbard starts the next game. His stats look a hell of a lot better after that second appearance. Not that Kirsch has been bad, but he obviously got roughed up in that game. Defensively, I'm not overly happy with Hirsch still. Again, he's been the biggest disappointment. 3rd overall pick, medium elite potential, barely develops. which again is what I thought was going to happen to Park and DeRoche, but those two have actually developed, which is great. I don't think Hirsch has been so abysmal, though, that we have to take him out. It's close, but right wing side, Bootland's a minus now, but Roger McQueen's still been great. I'm still worried about Pavel Ponikarovsky. He really hasn't done much. There's Hagos, and then down the middle. Okay, Chris Beach, if you're going to stay in the lineup, Harvey Ho as well. Okay. Okay, yeah, we might be looking at more changes than just goaltenders. Good Lord. So Ho, Beach, and Bootland not working at all. So we got problems within the bottom six. And that raises the question of, instead of stacking, do we spread the wealth within these lines? That might not be the worst idea. I think we have to take a different approach. I have officially gotten the green light to tinker with this team. Okay. We need some offensive contributions here. Sterner's definitely not bad. Markstrom, he's more of a playmaker. Isn't terrible. Hemingway, not much offense. Got to be Markstrom or Sterner. If we look at those two, we take out Ho, we take out Ponikarovsky. Really haven't been that good. What can we do from there? Get Markstrom into this lineup. Get Sterner back into this lineup. Beach has been terrible this postseason. Helms, Hagos, they've been okay. We're going to put Beach with Markstrom and Sterner. And like I said, we're going to spread the wealth here. Who has the best face-off rating aside from Silverthorne and Letourneau? Morin's at a 91. Wassel, it's gonna be Morin. If this game will cooperate. Move too quickly for it. Alright. So these, no doubt, are the three centers. No doubt they're the three centers. I want to protect Helms and Hagos by splitting them up. And that way there's a dynamic duo on every line, but we do still get... Actually, technically, we could do a dynamic duo on every single line. So we put Bootland back with Beach on the fourth line. Drop McQueen. 5 and 15. This is risky, but I think you can see what I'm going for. Wassel and Morin, Letourneau, Lindstrom, Silverthorne, McQueen, Beach, and Bootland. Every line has two fantastic players on it, and then somebody else where if they can contribute just a little bit, we should be fine. That is going to be the approach here. And I hope it works. And Hagos has shown somewhat of a goal-scoring touch, so I'm willing to try it. Defensively, we're going to go Hirsch and Finley, Sims and Peterson. Just because I don't trust Hirsch. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go Peterson, Hirsch, Sims, Finley. That works. In goal, it's got to be done. Cooper Hubbard, known as Chubbard around these parts. Chubbard is going to get the start in Game 5 after stepping in for Game 4 and doing really, really well. Game 5. Here we go. Cooper Hubbard, this is your last opportunity to stake your claim to the crease. First period, 2-0 Goons, Lindstrom and Morin. Very good. Second period, 3-0 Goons, Cademan Helms. 25 saves for Chubbard so far. The line changes, looking good. Can we hold on, though? Crazier things have happened. Roger McQueen makes it 4. Meebus gets one back. It's 4-1. Make that 5-1. Markstrom gets his first ever playoff goal. The Goons, 1 win away from the Stanley Cup final. We played that perfectly. Starting Hubbard, going with those line changes, spreading the wealth throughout the lineup. 1 win away from facing the Minnesota Wild for the Stanley Cup. A shocking upset, in my opinion, because again, we know that Calgary is stacked based off of the regular season production. McKenna, Frondell, Jesus Christ. I don't know what Minnesota looks like. I don't want to know what Minnesota looks like if they were able to take down this team. We just got to focus on the task in front of us. If they were able to beat this club, that's probably why their defense was kind of mid. They did have an 88 overall goalie, though. But god damn it, dude. It's just a murderer's row with these offenses. It's Game 6 in Washington. Chubbard's back in goal. Will it be the third straight series that the series ends with a Goonfish win, yet not with the same goaltender that started the series? We went from Hubbard to Bonk, Bonk to Kirsch, and now Kirsch to Hubbard. Game 6. Can we do it? First period. 2-0 Goons, Beach and Helms, Chris and Cademan. Let's go. God, I'm going to have to name my firstborn son Cademan, aren't I? It's just become such a goddamn meme over the past 7 years or so. Like, really. There's one person on Earth that has that name and they happen to work at EA. I don't know if they still do. Second period. Still 2-0. 20 minutes away. Unless the Caps do something about it, there's an early power play goal for Pushkarev. 2-1. Caps trying to force Game 7. The Goons trying to go to the Cup final. 5. Christopher Beach. 1:33 to go. Moments away. If they can hold on from surviving the murderer's row of the Eastern Conference in Ottawa, Tampa, and Washington.
For those of you just joining us, better late than
just
never.
a few moments left to survive.
Have a comfortable lead here, up 3-1. Moves it to again.
The Goon Squad. The Slammin' Salmon. Tisha Ginla does not want to go home. As Hubbard own goals. Retracting the poke check. He hungry hippos that puck right into the back of his own net. And the Caps are within 1.
And it's tough when you're on the other side of this. You can feel the wave coming.
It can never be easy.
So they have to find
We've gone to 2 Game 7s already.
Put them on their heels and just attack the net.
Caps win another draw. Sandine to Iginla, saved by Hubbard. Roche up the wall to Zach Morin. Morin. Centering feed. Lynn was there to take it away. 1:05 to go. Zacharias to Tijaginla. Puck knocked away. Zach Morin. Orange taking a tour, finds Hagos. Pass off the mark. Mebus to Iginla. Now Zacharias, glove save by Hubbard.
Talk about physical engagement. He got all of them, James.
Empty net for Washington. This is it. This is it.
You have to manipulate your lineup somehow.
And the Caps tie it. 6-on-5. Face-off win for the Goons. But the Caps almost came up with it. Cademan Helms. Helms trying to get to the line. He's able to at least knock it in. I think he kicked it in. Pushkarev for Josh Doan. Now Mebus bumped off the puck. Space on the wall. The shot blocked. Nolan Allen. For Omark, 20 seconds. Mebus over for Potter. Save by Hubbard. Pushkarev, another save. 12 seconds. Doan to Pushkarev. Now Nolan Allen. It's deflects over the top of the net. Omark bumped off the puck. Park battling. Letourneau gets it out of the zone. The Goons are going to the Stanley Cup final for the very first time. Can never be easy with one of our teams, can it? We will play the Minnesota Wild. Underdogs again. But the Goons get it done.
On the main prize, the Stanley Cup final.
Caden Lindstrom. Offer sheeted, but we retained him. And now here we are. 4 wins away from perhaps raising the cup. Scared by an own goal. The most EA own goal I've ever seen, but Hubbard, phenomenal glove save there on Zacharias. And an unbelievable breakaway save there. A 1-3-1 defense that's literally not supposed to happen. But we found a way. Cooper Hubbard continues the trend of goalies not starting the series, but ending it and saving the day. 20 games down, 12 wins, 4 away from winning the Stanley Cup. It's the Washington Capitals that fall, and now it's the Minnesota Wild that stand in our way. Those lineup changes, the goaltending change that was thrown to us, it wasn't even going to be a choice. And now here we are. Look at Zach Morin, by the way. What a player he's turned into. Caden Lindstrom. I mean, all the big names are delivering. Chris Beach could be a little bit better, but 12 wins down and just a few more to go. Hirsch had a much better series once we put him on the third pair. First team to have a goalie rotation of starter and closer goalie. Basically, I mean, look at this. 9, 7, and 4 appearances. Right now it is Cooper Hubbard, who headed into the playoffs as our starter, looking like he's going to be the starter again. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But we're going to continue on. The team stays the same. The Minnesota Wild, the last roadblock in front of us. What will they look like? Again, they knocked off that tremendous Calgary Flames team. What do the Wild look like in 2034? You know, even though we've seen quite a few teams with a similar structure to this, it's still rather intimidating. Marat Kuznetsov, Macklin Celebrini, and Matt Boldy as the top line. Second line, Danila Yurov, Jesse Vivieros, and Kirill Kaprizov at 37. Third line is Pavo, not Patrick Laine, Nathan Lecomte, and Maxim Groshev, Tanner Jeannot, Adam Benak, and Max Plant on that fourth line. The defense. Jeremy Poirier and Brock Faber. Adam Boakfist with Mikey Anderson. Manny Ho with Nick Perbix. The goaltender, 84 overall, Vitaly Grabeshkov. He has started all but one game, or at least has only gotten pulled in one game, and he has been phenomenal in this postseason. Lawson Krause, Ian Moore, and Dylan Duke as the scratches. It's good. I mean, you could argue it's not even the best team that we faced in the playoffs so far, and for that reason, they're probably the most intimidating. You know, we've been able to beat all those other teams, but there's a reason why they are in the finals as well. It's a beautiful thing to see that Stanley Cup patch on our unis. We have them beat on paper in every aspect, offense, defense, and goaltending. Horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. I am more afraid of them of any team that we have played so far for that reason alone. Interesting question. What happens if the Goons pulled off and win the cup? I have no idea. Not a clue. We might try to win multiple. We might start something new. I don't know. We'll see. Not a damn clue, though. And that's a big if the Goons win the cup. Game number 1 of the Stanley Cup Final on home ice. What can we do? First period. 1-0 Goons. Aiden Silverthorne. Second period. 2-1. Mikey Anderson ties the game. Brady Wasselin, with 14 seconds left in the period, restores that 1-goal lead. We go to the third. Aiden Silverthorne, the OG, he strikes again. Our first ever pick. It's 3-1. Mikey Anderson scores again. As we waste a power play. We have another one. We waste that too. 7 minutes left. Wasselin scores again. Goro Kaprizov makes it a 1-goal game. And Caden Lindstrom seals the deal. The captain with the empty netter. The Goonfish take game 1. 5-3. It's the oldest you can remember seeing a player play NHL 2K10, man. Chelios retired at like 49. That one. Wasselin, Silverthorne, Anderson, the 3 stars. It could be that we're in the advantage. We have the balancing talent and top loading it. I mean, we have the ability to do it. And again, this is the last year that we can kind of run this team the way that we're running it. Game 1 to the Goons. No changes. Game 2. Game 2. Lamp, yeah, players playing in the junior leagues for a long time isn't too shocking. For me, at least. First period. 1-1. Rudolph Hirsch and Jeremy Poirier. We'll take that. 2 goals for defensemen, man. They have 3 of their 4 goals have been from defenders so far. Second period. Oh my God. 2 goals apiece. Ashton Boatland and Cademan Helms. Lecomte and Kaprizov have tied this game. 3-3 heading into the third period. Nick Hagos, 4-3 Goons. Power play, no goal. Vivieros ties the game at 4-4. We're down to the wire. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Next goal likely to win. Gotta put him in the reverse retro, right? Power play's got to be better. Thing is, we have our power play optimized to hell, although you could argue it's maybe too many cooks. That could be the case.
Late goings of this third period of play.
Here we go. 4-4, 1:29 left in game 2. We have a 1-0 lead in this cup final. Zach, nowhere to go. Zach Morin finds Hagos. He had nowhere to go. Benak over the line, gets absolutely murdered. Brock Faber looking, holds, good delay. Saved by Chubbard. Final minute. Hay goes to Wasselin. Can't shrug off the hit. Poirier battling. Gets it to Faber. Blount to Benak. Spin move. Shot blocked. Sims for Wasselin. Finds Morin. Zach Morin in front for Ted Finley, the big defenseman. What a look for Ted Finley. Wow. Would have been a hell of a moment there for all people. Ted Finley to score. Letourneau on the draw. Can't win it. Battling with Boqvist, though. Good pressure. Minnesota will survive. Boldy trying to make some moves. He gets hit. DeRoche able to recover. Finds Park. Park off the wall. Celebrini had it for a moment. Still fighting for it. Goons have it again. Back in the neutral zone. Penalty called. Letourneau drew it. Lindstrom to Letourneau. He scores! Dean Letourneau and the Goons 10 seconds away from a 2-0 series lead in the Cup final. Look at the hesitation. Pops it over the glove of Grabeshkov. Picture perfect shot. Drew the call. Scores the goal. Can we hold on? Do they have time? Letourneau's 8th of the playoffs. He wins the draw. DeRoche. Shot on. Stopped by Grabeshkov. 3 seconds for the Wild. Too little. Too late. The Goons defend home ice. 2 wins away from an improbable run to the Cup. Especially with Cooper Hubbard in goal. It's been a goaltending by committee format. We were on the verge of elimination twice in the first 2 rounds, only to survive. Came back from 3-1 down against Tampa. Big shout out to Chilson, by the way, for the 8 months on the primer. How have you been? What a frickin' shot by Letourneau, our 45th of the game, because we had 1 more at the end. A frickin' howitzer by DeRoche. Right into the blocker. But I want to watch that full play back with Letourneau, as it was right here. Sauced up the wall to him. He's onside. Clear as day, onside. Contact with Celebrini. Just one arm shoves Macklin off the puck. Board plays to try and survive Boqvist. Knocked loose, and then right there, the poke check by Boqvist. Clear as day. In the skates. But here's the key. Letourneau was able to get up and keep that puck. Rounds the corner. Finds Caden Lindstrom. Just avoids the hit. Yeah, Nick, sorry about that. Sorry I missed the gift sub. The alerts might not be working. They should be. I need to refresh the deal there. Hopefully they start popping up. I've had issues with the alerts lately. I don't know what the hell's going on. But look at Lindstrom. Avoids the hit. That's what happens, Mikey, when you try to out-goon the Goons. Letourneau. Look at the patience. Had Boqvist. I mean, Boqvist just reaching out. Nothing else he can do to try to defend. And look at that shot by... Oh, just perfect. Perfect. Extra hesitation. Gets Grabeshkov adjusting. We don't have to talk about that save. We don't have to talk about that save technique. Maybe Grabeshkov needs to go back to the lab a little bit. Hey, I'll take it. It benefited us. Does it make the game look terrible? Of course it does. Of course it does. What goalie is going to drop the glove that far to then try to raise it? You're going to have the glove where it is, and then based on where the shots go, I get that there is such a thing as rising shots. But the glove should not go up. Like, look at that. Even if he thinks it's going to be a low glove save, even if he thinks that, like, Jesus. It's a great shot anyway. I forgot what the hell we named the shark. I totally forgot what the hell we named this guy. But he's pumped. I'm pumped. The goons. That's right, it was Slammy. I think. We have a 2-0 series lead. Maybe he's just a shitty goalie. Maybe. You know, fair play making it to the NHL with a glove like that. Fair play. 10 goals over 2 games. We head to Minnesota. Game 3. No lineup changes. Hubbard's obviously still in. We ride the hot hand in net. First period. 1-0 Wild. Danila Yurov. A terrible spot to score from. Not quite the old school Rask spot, but close. Second period. 3-1 Goons. Morin. Letourneau. Hagos. We go to the third. After 3 unanswered. 5-on-3 Wild power play. No goal. Can the Goons take a 3-0 series lead? Power play. Extended power play. No goal. Minnesota with 3.5 left. Macklin Celebrini. Goons with a late power play. And it's Chris Beach, the empty netter. Power forward. Grinder. Enforcer. Defensive defenseman only. And they are 1 win away from a Stanley Cup. A 3-0 series lead on Minnesota. I was afraid of the Wild. However, just because they're the weakest team apparently doesn't mean they're the scariest. Game 4. First period. 2-1 Wild. Boldy and Groshev. Hagos has been astonishing since we have called him up to a higher line. Second period. 4-2 Minnesota. They're not dead yet. Silverthorne was able to tie it. Celebrini, Lecomte have made it a 2-goal game. The Wild trying to hold on to avoid the sweep, and they're probably going to do just that. 5-2 for the Wild. And our AM might be switching to a gentleman's sweep for game number 5. Minnesota, not dead yet. There will be no sweep. 5-2. The final score, they got the best game of the series out of Grabeshkov. And it's what they needed. They needed guys like Boldy and Celebrini on the top line to show up, and they did. It's not over yet. 3-1 now. We head home. Game 5. Should we lose this game, we might have to consider changes. We'll see. First period. That's the Chubbard that I'm used to seeing in the playoffs. 4-1 Wild, including a goal against Kirsch at the end of 1. Wasselin gets our lone goal. Second period. 6-2 Minnesota. Both Hubbard and Kirsch have allowed 3 goals against in this game. CNC right now, a little bit of panic. Aside from that, doing well. Hope you've been good. Bootlin gets one back, 6-3. From a 3-0 series lead, the Minnesota Wild have forced Game 6. Oh, shit. To switch my focus for a second, CNC, thank you very much for the bits, buddy. This is a very anti-Ishul stream, but CNC is a fun guy to watch play that particular game, no matter how, or game mode, no matter how meh it could be. Speaking of meh, our goaltending over the last 2 games. 11 goals against, and now we have to go back to Minnesota. There is no sweep. There is no gentleman's sweep. What there is a change in goaltending yet again. Hubbard, Kirsch, Bonk. They have all gotten starts throughout the playoffs. It is Dominic Bonk's opportunity. He saved us in round 1. Couldn't hold the starter job in round 2. And now we desperately need him here in this next round. And it's clear as day to me. We'll consider Hagos a member of the Big Lions. I will make a change here to the 4th line. But it will be Bootlin, Letourneau, Lindstrom, Beach, Silverthorne, McQueen. Dominic Bonk is back in. Hubbard got us to within 1 win of the cup. Couldn't seal the deal. Statistically, Hubbard has been our best goalie in the postseason. But we will go back to Bonk after Kirsch's struggles in relief in that last game. It is Game 6. The Wild trying to reverse sweep us and push this to 7 to be that much closer to it. It's our 3rd opportunity to end this series. First period, 1-0 Minnesota, Kirill Kaprizov. Early goal allowed by Bonk, he settled in from there. Second period, 2-0 Minnesota, Paavo Laine. I am now horrified of Minnesota again. The Wild are 20 minutes away from forcing Game 7. 3-0 Minnesota. Hirsch gets one back. "3-2 for the Goons. Helms gets it. 2 minutes left to try and tie this game, or the Wild will force Game 7 after being down 3-0 in the series. Good Lord.
Well, for those of you just joining us, better late than never here in the late stages of this third period.
Time to go all out.
The score is 3-2.
Time to go all out here.
Here in the neutral zone. And now he tries to get it across to Helms.
Nowhere for Helms to go.
Against the wall. Here's a shot.
Matt Boldy for Celebrini. Knocked loose.
Puck inside the defensive zone.
Markstrom trying to get a damn line change out there, please.
Dumped in and they'll get a fresh group of forwards.
Faber
Minnesota's
battling with Morin. Faber won it. Kuznetsov with speed. He's got wheels. Centering feed. Boldy. Kuznetsov, a big save by Bonk. Ark has trouble. Bonk has to cover.
Durocher's been showing some frustration. You know, when you want to contribute as an athlete, especially when you have a strong skill set. And then
Hagos, Morin, and Wasselin are out there.
Frustration grows and it builds, and you start to squeeze the stick tight.
The Wild 140 away from forcing Game 7. Boldy can't get it to go. Durocher looking for a pass, picked off by Boldy. Wasselin, nowhere to go. DeRoche, nowhere to go. Kaprizov, he gets leveled. Park wins the race for the puck. Morin over the line. Morin for Park. For Wasselin, that doesn't go. Off the post. Wasselin to Bootland. Bootland to Morin. Morin can't get the shot off. Final minute. You're off. One-timer, great save by Bonk. That was scary. I'm not going to call the timeout yet. I feel like we have the stamina here. Bonk's doing what he can down the stretch to hold us in this.
Back in the day, because I didn't score goals, I was always protecting the lead, but you got to get your role players out of the ice, and you got to get your scores on the ice.
Face-off one. DeRoche to Park, up the wall. Good movement. Asher Bootland. Bootland to Lindstrom. Letourneau, it deflects. Copped in the corner. 40 seconds left. Nobody's there to stop him. Takes the hit from DeRoche. Can't get it up the wall. 30 seconds. Park for Bootland. Takes the hit. Lindstrom recovered again by Bootland. Turned over to Paavo Laine. 18 seconds. Finley with the puck. We got to pull the goalie. Finley's shot off the glove. We have the puck. Only momentarily. 7 seconds at the point. Park. Lindstrom blocked. Lindstrom blocked again. The Minnesota Wild have forced Game 7. Oh my God. It looked like a sweep. Instead, we're going to Game 7. 20 more shots than us. I think everybody got a little bit ahead of themselves.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Old Minch Yuta. Game 7. Are you fucking kidding me, though? Henry, good to see you too, man. Right. When it comes to goaltending, it's Cooper Hubbard's. Statistically, he's the best goalie. He also has 3 wins over the Wild in this series so far. We go back to Chubbard for Game 7. Fuck. What's to do, though? That's the $1 million question. Hubbard scares me too, but I don't think there's any reason to have a crazy amount of confidence in any of the goalies. Now, there is a way to go about this. We can put the highest performing players in the best spots possible, or we go with the highest rated players in the best spots possible. And I gotta be honest, I'm gonna lean towards the best performers. I feel like that is typically a better way to go, and I'd rather go with the guys that have performed at the highest level up to this point than anybody else. And funny enough, you could argue Sims has been that guy. Sims and Finley have actually both been awesome. We should watch the full game. If I cut it down to 3-minute periods, we could. We could. I don't know if Spencer Peterson's starting Game 7. He has been our worst defenseman. He hasn't been brutal, but he has been our worst defenseman. Offensively, Roger McQueen has been tremendous. Bootland has been pretty damn good. Sterner, not so much. I think we can rule out Carl Sterner. Brady Wasselin. Again, someone that we could have let go via offer sheet in the past. He has been spectacular. Hagos has been loving life on a higher line, being given an opportunity. And Markstrom, I mean, as far as call-ups are concerned, he's actually been fantastic. So. And then at center, Morin has easily been our star player. If it wasn't for him performing the way he has, we wouldn't be here. Caden Lindstrom has been solid, but not our best. Letourneau, same story. Helms, it's been all right. Silverthorne, not bad. And then Beach, obviously, the plus-minus of a -8 is obviously quite concerning. Right. We got to get these line combos correct here. We were hoping it was just going to be a goaltending change would be enough. That is not the case. Sorry to bonk, but you're probably our guy in the future, but you're not our guy right now. Turakov was garbage in the 6 playoff games he's played so far this year. Jonah Duncan was solid in the AHL playoffs. Andrew Gove was fantastic in the AHL playoffs. Gallagher was abysmal. We have our answer. Gove is in for Peterson. Offensively, we're taking out Carl Sterner. But who do we turn to? Onikarovsky was very mid in the games that he played. Harvey Ho, active detriment defensively. Hemingway, not great in the playoffs in the AHL. Kalle Hanula, 5 points, -1. He's okay. Best guy we've seen so far. Rainier Stutzel, Jody Sawyer. Timo Asplund, 3 points in the +2. Michael Holler. That's our guy. More than likely. How good was Tamarinis? Carnage, what's up, by the way? Tamarinis didn't do much. Aiden Wrights. Aiden Wrights was pretty good, too.
Fanboy! The man was a fanboy!
Shout out to Speeding Canoe, Tactics alternate account. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Ricci wasn't bad either with 4 goals. Hold on. How good was Heberlein? 3 and 3. We have some good options. Ricci, statistically or attribute-wise, sucks. Jaden Wrights at least is super physical. Holler's got a good shot. Let's call up Holler. He's a recent first-round pick. In terms of the lines. In terms of the lines. You know, Holler's in. And defensively, we have Gove. Gove is going to be with Hirsch. I don't care about plus-minus. DeRoche is going to be with Park still on the top unit, and then Finley and Sims. Works for me. What was a better shot between these two? Sims. We'll get him on that left-hand side for 1D options. Offensively, Morin, Wasselin, and McQueen. Lindstrom, Hagos, and Bootland. Letourneau, Silverthorne, and Helms. Markstrom, Beach, Holler. That's how it's going. That is the combination that we're going to attempt to use. Hubbard is going to be in goal for this one. It is Game 7. Stanley Cup in the building for the 4th game in a row. 3 times now we have failed to win it. We cannot afford to fail for a 4th time. Will the Wild complete the reverse sweep in the Stanley Cup final? Or will we win it on home ice? Game 7. We're going to wear the black instead of the red because we're dressing for Minnesota's funeral. Or potentially our own. We're going to change it to 3-minute periods. We're going to watch the whole damn thing. Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing.
Game 7, Stanley Cup Final. This is what we're for, and it's ready to go.
Here we go, man. We're dressing for a funeral. Well, I'm certainly hoping that it's theirs, man. We are going to go aggressive, fucking balls to the wall hockey. Roger McQueen. We are going to go aggressive all game long. Here's Kuznetsov. It deflects away. Matt Boldy. Actually, you know what? You know what? Hold on. Ah, shit, never mind. Well, we might be sticking with this. I was going to say, we were potentially going to play some pro clubs. I was going to get Sin in here to co-commentate with me. Could get B-Major. Oh, we march. We march, we move. McQueen. I hate that our power forwards are trying to dangle into the middle.
He is so dangerous when the puck is on his stick.
That is true, Major. That is true. It was also my way of convincing Sin to play, because he's being stubborn. Oh, we can't get anything going offensively here. Macklin Celebrini cuts to the middle. Park's there to take it away. McQueen over the line. Wasselin, save by Grabeshkov. Damn. The Wild won the series. You have to move to Trinidad to Vegas Caymans. Yeah. I don't think we'll be allowed back in the country. Bootlin, Lindstrom, and Hagos are out as our second line. Vivieros gets decked by Bootland, but gets back to his feet and makes the play. You're off to Kaprizov, just missed. Sims trying to get going. Caden Lindstrom can't toe drag. Vivieros is exhausted after getting absolutely decked. Finley to Bootland, now Sims again, in a little bit of trouble. Turns it over. Kaprizov dodges one hit, gets wrecked by another. Lindstrom for Bootland. Hagos, they're continuing to clog the neutral zone. Hagos to Finley. Finley, it's blocked. Bootland to Sims. Hagos, glove save by Grabeshkov. We'll get our top unit back out there. Hello, Fox. I mean, yeah, we can certainly play after this. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Major's here, Fox here, Major's here. Good with that. Todd, this is the Cup, yes. We were up 3-0 in this series. The Wild have forced Game 7. Looking for that reverse sweep. Morin wins the draw. DeRoche to Park. Park, another glove save by Grabeshkov. We never have any luck shooting glove side on goalies until we do.
I mean, it's a battle, and you're trying to outbattle your opponent. You can see him bobbing up and down.
Another face-off from Morin against Minnesota's third line. Morin wins it. DeRoche shot, blocker down. Oakfist for Groshev. Avoiding hits at the line, but McQueen at least able to get it out. Avoline absolutely run over. Mikey Anderson. 2 goals in game 1 of the series. Pavoline, a big save by Hubbard, his biggest of the game so far. McQueen to Wasselin. Wasselin can't score on the net drive. I can't believe he didn't pull forehand. What an opportunity on both sides. It's another massive hit. We're going to beat the hell out of them all game long. Helms, Silverthorne, Laterno out there for us.
The game is still scoreless.
Over quick draw of Silverthorne. Against Macklin Celebrini. Tie up. Minnesota has it. Oh, not Harvey Ho. We don't have Harvey Ho in our lineup either, which is a shame. Roche for Helms. Double teamed. Minnesota steals it away. Celebrini with speed. Kuznetsov scores! Marat Kuznetsov kicks off the scoring. The Wild up 1-0.
I love this goal from start to finish. It's almost as if the D did not.
Backhand, forehand. The top line of the Wild strike.
Goalie isn't even set when he buries it home.
The Wild have the game first goal and what momentum at one end of the ice and how
nervous energy takes over. A McDyer. The McDyer? Yeah, the McDyer. The McDyer circumstance. The McDonough. Fire complex. Here's Cademan Helms. Saved by Grabechkov. Another chance that they can't take advantage of. Wasselin, Moore, and McLean out there. 5-1 on the draws so far. Make it 5-2. Oh, gets run over but makes the pass. Here's Tanner Jeannot. Knocked off by DeRoche. McQueen takes the hit, and that will do it for the first period. The Minnesota Wild strike first on the goal by Marat Kuznetsov. Stats certainly in our favor so far, but numbers don't mean anything. It's all about the end result. Second period here. Minnesota has it off the opening draw. Celebrini and Boldy working together. They find Kuznetsov, picked off by Hirsch. Crucial interception there. Roger McQueen looking shot on, blocked away by Grabechkov. Gove can't get the shot on. He's decked by Boldy. Celebrini stripped of the puck by Kirsch. McQueen can't keep it as he gets over the line. Boldy trying to win the battle. Boldy, backhand nearly goes. Faber loses the puck to Wasselin. Brady Wasselin 2-on-1. McQueen, he scores! You could see it developing, and they effectively get it done. Thank God. How many breakaway chances do we need? Roger McQueen has tied this game. What a great end-to-end play for Brady Wasselin. Roger McQueen has tied Game 7. Jesus.
Yeah, they get rewarded for their hard work, and they've been physical as well, looking to close on their opponent quickly and counter.
We needed that. 9th goal of the playoffs for Roger McQueen. Rocher over the line, centering feed to Bootland, drops back. Lindstrom can't get the shot off, scramble for it, and Minnesota survives. Boldy to Celebrini, and they score! His second of the game, Marat Kuznetsov. His, oh my God, 7th of the playoffs, and immediately they get a goal back.
He puts on a clinic here in distribution, and it winds up as a goal.
And our aggression offensively to try and get the lead and hold does not pan out there. 2 minutes later, Minnesota regains the lead. You're off to Vivieros, gets leveled. Kaprizov. Shot scores! Kirill Kaprizov! 3 1 Minnesota.
And that one is in his favor.
The veteran captain of the Wild
Lack of coverage here.
with a bomb from the point, unscreened.
You always have to protect the middle. You want to make sure that you're only giving up perimeter shots, but because of that lack of coverage, they expose
Maple Leafs fans punching the air at the amount of screens thrown.
Yeah, it's a really nice.
Oh my God.
In the middle frame, James, but they have to make sure that they continue with that.
Trouble a brewing.
You have to be aware defensively and get back to the middle of the ice, but you also have to close quick.
Agos turns it over.
Moves it quickly over to Kaprizov.
Kaprizov scores!
The captain delivers.
4-1 Wild.
It always amazes me, James, to see how quick.
That'll be the last time that you see Cooper Hubbard in a Goonfish uniform.
Off of their stick.
Kirsch is in.
Outside leg, their outside leg. It doesn't matter, but what does matter?
A 3-0 series lead. The Wild have forced Game 7 and now have a 3-goal lead. Trying to complete the reverse sweep. Here's Hagos. Shot. Puck bounces around. Bootland to Hagos. Tried to chip it in short side. Park to Lindstrom. Hagos blocked as Urov carries it away. Urov evades one defender. Danila Urov driving. Rocher has it. Rocher into the zone. Throws one on. Blocker down by Grabeshkov. Heavy forechecking presence. Bokovich finds line A.
Minnesota's had a tremendous game so far, James.
Compty
Puck possession, they've been dominating
around the back. Roshev to line A. Save. Trouble still.
Athletic save, James. I mean,
Warren has it. The Goons need one before the end of the period. Warren to Wassel and Roger McQueen can't get through.
Still buzzing after what we saw. What a stop that was.
yeah, and they're saying thank you to the goaltender right
Finley
now. James, they're still on their feet.
dumps it in. No, Poirier was there to intercept. 4 minutes left in the second.
So when you have it, you embrace it.
Line A double teamed. Cademan Helms comes up with it. Helms to Silverthorne.
Here at center ice.
The Dean Letourneau. Letourneau's shot taken to the chest.
There's the whistle.
And Grabeshkov will hold.
To hang on.
A
Trinidad and Tobago's
disaster
shot department, but they continue
for the
to
Goons.
here late in period number 2.
Markstrom, Haller, and Beach.
Minnesota's gonna
Minnesota wins that one. No surprise. We had to send the fourth line out there for energy.
down the right wing and into
Matt
the
Boldy.
zone.
To Kuznetsov.
Quick pass to Boldy.
Faber to Boldy. Kuznetsov to Celebrini. Faber saved by Kirsch.
Trinidad and Tobago's got it in the
Final seconds of the period. Gove for Chris Beach. Beach to Holler. Holler couldn't score. Shot wide. And the Minnesota Wild are 20 minutes away from claiming the cup.
Frustrating night for them.
And there's the horn, bringing an end to period number 2. Still 20 minutes more of action in the third.
Kirill Kaprizov takes over. 3 goals on 7 shots in the period.
Period number 3 just moments away as the official signals both teams into position.
We are almost out of time.
It's been a total mismatch here as we get underway.
Queen to Morin.
Let's see if anything changes.
Poked away by Poirier.
Periods down. Here we go with the third period. Cheryl, your assessment so far.
Kuznetsov. Couldn't avoid both hits. Matt Boldy. Kuznetsov. Thank God that one's saved. Nearly got the hat trick. Morin. Over the line. Morin finds McQueen. Saved by Grabeshkov.
Piece of that one.
Great opportunity.
Lots of time left in this period, and it's been a pretty one-sided.
We need a quick one here.
It's 4-1. Trinidad and Tobago.
Morin wins it. To Rocher. Glove save.
And
by Grabeshkov.
Defender hangs on. Trinidad and Tobago's had a lot of good
Damn.
looks on goal, but they still trail early in the third. Play resumes here.
Face off one again. DeRoche, save. A chance again for DeRoche here.
And they're off
Loose
to the
puck
races.
all the way down. No icing.
Trinidad and Tobago's got the
DeRoche
puck.
recovers, finds Park.
From off the wall
Up
and
for
on.
Wasselin. Trouble brewing. Wasselin
Puck against the boards.
can't hold on to it. 14 and a half to go. Boldy gets leveled. Kuznetsov finds Faber. Over to Poirier. Saved by Kirsch. Kuznetsov. Vivieros misses wide. Trouble for the Goons. They need to get this puck. Faber has trouble. Loose puck. DeRoche in control. Finds McQueen. What a save by Grabeshkov. McQueen to Finley. Throws it on. Deflects wide.
Strong use of the body to force the puck loose.
Poirier
Poirier stick handling in his own zone.
carrying in.
Reaches out and uses the
Ashton Bootland.
into the offensive zone.
Bootland over the line. Throws one on. Saved by Grabeshkov.
Poirier's got the puck.
And Grabeshkov's rebound control has been excellent. Finley, the intercept. Teddy Finley, nowhere to go.
Right through center and into the offensive zone.
Line A. Line A.
Grabs the puck.
Can't find the pass. Here's Helms. To Dean Letourneau. To Helms, saved by Grabeshkov. Silverthorne to DeRoche, it's blocked. And a trip is called with 5:45 to go.
The body language on the bench says it all, James. They're all looking up at the time on the clock to see if it'll continue to run because they got to kill off this penalty when they're down a bunch of goals.
Power play unit comes out for the faceoff.
The Minnesota Wild are going to complete, to our knowledge, I don't think it's happened in the Cup final in the Sim, just the second ever reverse sweep. Poirier denied by the blocker.
What a side.
I think there were simply too many questions of chat of what happens once you win. LOL.
Moves it around.
Wasselin from Morin. Trickles just wide of the post.
Puck against the boards. Along the side here.
Blunt
Through the neutral zone.
for Urov. Urov saved by Kirsch.
Goal with a great save.
To the point.
Handles the puck.
Urov continues to work. Urov blocked. 5:10 left. The only thing that helps us is I didn't change the real-time penalty slider, so technically this does give us more time to work with.
The Wild.
Morin was exhausted. Chris, good morning. I hope you're well. Lindstrom can't hold it against Kaprizov. Blunt poked away.
Lindstrom's got the
Lindstrom
puck on the wing. And
chips
they'll
it in.
get Minnesota's got a hold of the puck now. Moving into the
Benak,
attacking zone.
50 seconds left. He gets decked.
On the wall.
Park turns it over to Urov. Blunt as it blocked by Park. Finds Silverthorne. The OG shot blocked. Silverthorne still working, but bumped off. Numbers for Minnesota. Celebrini can't get around the last man. Lindstrom chips it in. Levels Boqvist and Celebrini, but Kuznetsov has it.
Takes it across the blue line.
Kuznetsov held up by the defense, gets it back, has 2 goals in this game, and Celebrini
So as
denied
decides to hang on to this,
by the glove of Kirsch.
can they capitalize
One of the most, if not the most devastating defeat ever? Have we? I feel like I've definitely blown a 3-0 series lead in the Stanley Cup final before. I feel like it's happened.
Sends it into the offensive
But
zone.
I don't know if it ever looked almost so certain after 3 games that we had it in the bag. Kuznetsov to Boldy, misses wide. 3 minutes. Sims having trouble getting the puck out. Letourneau to Gove. Gove
Moving it into the offensive
throws one on, stopped by Grabeshkov.
play. Slides the puck over.
Kuznetsov has trouble. Helms shot blocked. Live by the inconsistent goaltending and ultimately die by it is how the playoffs panned out for us. Kuznetsov, Boldy between the legs is stopped.
This is a fantastic.
Rocher to Hagos.
All over it. What I mean by that is he knows exactly where it is and where it's moving. A reason why he can get square to it and make the save.
Lindstrom takes it away. Here's Hagos. We can't even get in a position to pull our goalie. Hagos. One-timer glove save. Grabeshkov, and he has certainly been the difference maker in Game 7. 25 seconds left in our season. A 3-0 lead for the Goons is going to end in a Minnesota reverse sweep. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, but that is our reality. Is fucking Sandstorm's gonna get me goddamn copywritten. Face off here from Morin, he loses it. Anderson. For Kaprizov, empty netter. The Minnesota Wild have done it. Unbelievable. I don't know if I've ever seen a team that looked so locked in to win a cup as this team was after the first 3 games. Minnesota looked dead in the water. But they are going to reverse sweep the Goons in the Stanley Cup final. 5-1 will be the final score as Minnesota will get one more power play. Andrew Gove, the box. Absolutely brutal.
That'll do it, and man,
Yikes.
special night. Stanley Cup champions all those years of
4 opportunities to seal the deal and win the cup,
worth it.
Yeah,
and we blew all 4 opportunities.
Forever, and that's what it's all about. Not just the parents and the family that helped get them there, but how
Perhaps the most unlikely of cups for Minnesota.
To go to contending teams. Why? It's right in front of them. The Stanley Cup.
Absolutely horrific loss. Macklin Celebrini named as Conn Smythe winner. Damn, dude.
The moment of truth has arrived. Lord
Damn, damn, damn.
Handed out.
Ah, so much fun. You can feel and sense the dream is alive. It is right there, and I'm really
And to have to watch them raise the cup at our home arena as well.
And here comes Cap, the engine, the lifeblood, the heart and soul.
Kirill Kaprizov, 2 goals
Stanley Cup winner.
Yeah, for the
to
first
seal the
time,
deal. Goals 3 and 4.
An incredible feeling. I can just imagine the emotion.
I don't know if it's the first of his career. I think it is. I think he's waited a long time for it.
Both on and off the ice. This is a deserved and earned moment.
Just pick somebody, you fucks! Oh, sitting there like you don't know who the hell you're programmed to give the cup to next.
Entire career for this.
Jesus Christ, I'm getting trolled.
And the emotion is written all over his face.
Unbelievable.
James is watching the emotion of all of his teammates as he was able to hoist it.
Mikey Anderson. I mean, you better give it to Grabeshkov for that performance. I mean, plenty of deserving names. And indeed they do. Go to the goaltender.
What a moment, all those
Surrendered
years
just
of
1 goal. Oh no, that's not me.
champion here, Cheryl.
Yeah, and he
I
was
wish
so
I could
good
control
between
it.
the pipes, wasn't he, James? I mean, you can't win without solid goaltending, and he was the backbone of this team. He deserves it. And
I
he always
really,
has a smile on his face.
really wish I had switched once we scored and made it 1-1. I wish I had just changed the defense, or for everything to just be full defense and turtle up. But I did not.
And it's your Conn Smythe Trophy.
Naps are God's greatest.
To get the cup. Man, he was electric.
There. I'm not a napper. Can't nap. I wish I could.
And he knows. I mean, you always
Pass
wanna
out
feel
right
like
now.
you contributed as a player,
Try to
and the
pretend this
feeling
didn't
goes
happen.
that much further. But how about his production leading in goals? Incredible.
Needed defense, needed
Just
save.
a great moment when you become Stanley
The
Cup.
Minnesota Wild reverse sweep to win the Stanley Cup. One of the most, if not the most devastating losses I think I've ever had in the franchise mode. Like, genuinely astonishing. But it's not difficult to see why we lost. The thing is, this team, not everyone's going to be able to be back next year because of cap. And the majority of the changes are going to be with the goaltenders, which is fair because, yeah, that's where the majority of the changes need to be. Stats were close for the game that we simmed, but yeah, Minnesota, man. 5-1. 5-1. All the talk of not letting certain star players go via offer sheets, holding on to the team. It got us to within 1 win of a title, but 3 wins in a cup final isn't enough. Zach Morin would have been named Conn Smythe winner. He was tremendous. Wasselin. And Caden Lindstrom defensively, like Letourneau, Helm started to struggle a little bit more, but we had the scoring for the most part. Not in Game 7, but we had the scoring. Hirsch, DeRocher, Park, I mean, our big 3 defensemen weren't good enough towards the end. But the biggest story is the goaltending. Obviously, we sent down a certain Dominic Bonk because his numbers were even worse, but that's what it comes down to. We did not get goaltending when it mattered the most. Minnesota's goalie, for the record. There you go. It doesn't matter in terms of name value or anything like that. All that matters is, do you get a goalie that can make saves? They did, we didn't. We tried out 3 of them. The Hartford Wolfpack won the Calder Cup. We know for Minnesota that it was a great run from Macklin Celebrini, Boldy, 37-year-old Kirill Kaprizov, Faber, Kuznetsov. 7 goals in the playoffs, 2 of them in Game 7. He showed up when they needed him, and then again, Vitaly Grabeshkov was outstanding. Hello, Crashy Andrews, by the way. Skylar Cole won the Art Ross for Tampa. We eliminated his team in round 2. He also won the Hart Trophy. Cale Makar wins another Norris. We've lost track of how many at this time. Calder went to, what was it, Tom Shea in Toronto. Celebrini wins the Conn Smythe. Dude named Tarky wins the Vezina. Aiden Gooley, the Masterton. Tampa's coach won the Jack Adams. Logan Cooley wins another Selke for Utah. Skylar Cole, Ted Lindsay, and Payarvi, the Rocket Richard. And I don't think we'll have any familiar names in the AHL. Axel Sandin Palika. Jake Ottinger, in fairness, best goalie for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. I am depression.